Welcome to Today in Prophecy, folks. Obviously, many things are happening literally all over the world. We're watching the different developments coming out of Charlie Kirk and the murder of Charlie Kirk. We'll look at that in just a minute, but let me show you this, because what I'm going to show you should alarm anybody, any thinking person in the entire Western world. What I'm about ready to show you. What it is, it's here in the United States. It's in Dearborn, Michigan. I did a quote from this story yesterday, but now I'm going to show you the video. So this is a man going before the city council with the Muslim mayor in Dearborn, Michigan. He's going to present his case kindly and as a Christian, and also as someone who has lived in the Mideast, and he's going to present everything very kindly, very gently. And then after he's done, watch what the Muslim mayor does and what he says. And I'm telling you, folks, it's going to shock a whole lot of people. And we need to be aware of what in the world is really going on, what the intentions are, because this is going to just, believe me, it's going to bother you. Watch what you see, and then watch the Muslim mayor's response.
Well, it seems very provocative to have those signs up there. I mean, I also appreciate how he has helped to people to sympathize with, the people of Palestine, people of Lebanon. As you know, I've lived in Lebanon. I also lived in Israel. I've stayed for several weeks in Palestine, and I feel like, but despite that, I feel like having that sign up there, it's almost like having, naming a street Hezbollah Street or Hamas Street. I mean, Hezbollah, bombed the embassy in Beirut, and including many Americans. So I just feel that's quite inappropriate. And as a Christian, I would like to encourage peace. I'm not just being like, pro-Israel in this and, fight back and that sort of thing, but I would like to encourage peace and not violence.
The best suggestion I have for you is to not drive on Warren Avenue, or to close your eyes while you're doing it. His name is up there, and I spoke at a ceremony celebrating it because he's done a lot for this community. And I think it's quite hypocritical to know that you're approaching this podium when you yourself have videos on YouTube standing in front of my mosque saying the cruelest of things about Muslims, about the religion of Islam, because you are a bigot, and you are a racist, and you are an Islamophobe. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city, because you are not somebody who believes in coexistence. You're somebody who tries to preach it, but in fact you do everything but that. So I just want to put that on the record.
Wow. I mean, you look at that and you can see the different things from the mayor's response. I'm going to give a parade because you're gone, you're a bigot, you're Islamophobic, all of these different things. And then he says, because you don't believe in coexistence. Actually, he's saying, can't we just live in peace? And Islam does not believe in coexistence. Hence why we have, 56 Muslim countries now that they have come and they have colonized as they took over countries and threatened with the sword if the people did not convert. How on earth did they get 56 countries? How did they get Dearborn, Michigan? How are they getting Minneapolis? How are they getting New York City? How are they getting Texas as we watch what's going on in Texas? So you think about coexistence? You got to be kidding me. The lies are astounding, but with that, you saw what the real intent was. This is evil. I'm telling you, we better wake up. Also, a couple more things I want to bring to your attention. I'll talk more about this in my prophecy update coming on Sunday night. But Netanyahu warns Israel's entering isolation, will need to adapt to a self-reliant economy. He is absolutely right. Europe is coming against Israel, saying, Nope, we are now officially entering into our own time of abandoning Israel, cursing Israel by saying we're not going to do business with you anymore, entering into their own version of BDS against the nation of Israel, talking about embargoes and everything else. So in that, we are watching Israel being isolated, like the Bible says. And I look at this and listen, I want to encourage you that we would stand with Israel. Also, check this out. Here's another article, right? Watch this. And then I'm going to get back to Charlie Kirk in a minute. Look at this. Congo massacre, 100 Christians slain in Islamic terror onslaught. You look at this and you go, why are we not hearing anything about this? And this isn't just a one and done incident. Islamic terrorists don't go around killing Christians normally. This will never happen again. It's never happened before, friends. This has happened repeatedly over and over and over again. We need to be kept aware of what's going on. All right, now let me shift gears for a minute. And again, well, let me say this also with this massacre in Congo. Why isn't this on the news? And it happens over and over again. Hundreds of thousands, even millions of Christians have been martyred. And that's not news. And yet, we see what's happening in Gaza after Hamas attempts a genocide against Jews in Israel, and these were left-leaning Jews living in the kibbutzim right along the border of Gaza, who were peaceniks, who just wanted to get along, right? They don't care what kind of Jew you are. They just care if you're a Jew. They don't care if you're a believer in Yeshua. They don't care if you're left. They don't care if you're right. They don't care if you're Orthodox. They don't care if you're they don't care. And we're watching the major turn against the nation of Israel and the Jews. But why is it that Christians are slaughtered? There's no news. Jews have been pretty much removed from all other Islamic nations. Jews are being persecuted all over the world. That doesn't matter. Oh, well, now let's have an embargo against Israel. Unbelievable. Well, let's move on. I want to move on to this. Check this out. This great quote here. Look at this. In definition of insanity, Mario Murillo, thinking it's wrong to lose your job because of what you said, but what you said was Charlie Kirk should lose his life for what he said. Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe I lost my job because I said awful things about Charlie Kirk. Doesn't matter that Charlie Kirk lost his life for what he said. The astounding hypocrisy is off the charts. George Floyd, we saw what happened there. All of a sudden, there's riots all over the country for what, 5 months? There's statues everywhere still. What's happened when Charlie Kirk was murdered? The left still going ballistic. Unbelievable. And you don't see people that are conservative saying, let's go out and burn down the cities. Unbelievable as we look at everything. Okay, now I'm going to show you this because this is Charlie Kirk, question regarding Israel, because all kinds of people are saying Charlie was actually anti-Israel secretly. What? It's such a joke, such a lie. So watch this engagement with Charlie Kirk regarding the nation of Israel. It's done masterfully, by the way. Check this out.
For coming, Charlie, and I had a quick question about anti-Semitism online. Another question here they asked about Candace Owens, and I'm a big fan of you. I was a big fan of her, but she's obviously been going down this anti-Semitic bent. And through her, I'm kind of finding out about these other characters online, like Nick, for instance. I'm sure you've heard of him. And these people, they've been active for a long time, and it seems like they've just been ignored, which is working, but now they're kind of surging in popularity. And as someone who I enjoy watching your debates, are they people you'd be willing to engage with and maybe shut them down in a way through a debate or something like that?
Well, I mean, I'll debate Candace. But no, look, I'll debate anybody that shows up at our campus events first and foremost. But I do want to take what you say and extrapolate that there is a corner of the internet of people that want to point and blame the Jews for all their problems. Everybody, this is demonic and it's from the pit of hell, and it should not be tolerated, period. But it goes to a structural problem of an entire generation that has economic resentment. They don't own anything, they're not getting married, they're not having children, they're depressed, they're anxious, they're staring at their screens all day long. And if all of a sudden your extrapolation of all that is, well, it's the Jews' fault, that is sloppy and shallow thinking. And not only that, they say, oh, it's the Jews' fault. Okay, let's kind of play this out. Well, tuberculosis, that used to kill about 1 billion people. You know, it's a group of Jewish scientists that came up with the antibiotic that cured tuberculosis. How about CPR, the MRI machine? You know, there's over 500 million lives that were saved over the last 50 years because of people that were Jewish scientists that were working on things. They'll never say thank you to the Jews, but they'll always say shame on the Jews. It's weird how that works. And finally, they always blame the Jews for stuff. Jewish people are an ethnicity. So therefore, definitionally, you have people that are secular, orthodox, religious, that are all over the spectrum. You're trying to blame an entire ethnicity for a singular problem. Hold on, let's take a step back here. Instead of that, what could you possibly do in your own personal life to improve your own state of being? If you are blaming 0.02% of the world's population for all of your problems, that is not going to be good for your soul. It's not good for your psychology. It's not good for your future in any way, shape, or form. And so I would just say this, that any young person that goes into this hyper online brain rot, you are serving yourself over to your own demise. You are serving yourself into a suicide mission that will not make you happier and not make you healthier. Instead, here's what your attitude should be. Your attitude should be like, I can't own stuff, I got it, can't own a home, I'm not getting married, I don't know who to date. He said, wow, the challenges are immense. I'm going to now overcome all those challenges and go on an adventure. I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I'm now not going to be a victim. I'm going to be a victor. I'm going to dig deep. This is still a great country. This is a free country. I'm going to use my agency. I'm going to use my ability. And I'm not just going to go point in the corner and be like, I'm overweight because of the Jews. Women don't want to date me because of the Jews. How about this? As Jordan Peterson would say, sit up straight with your shoulders back, follow the rules for life, make yourself interesting, learn something new every single day, and instead of pointing at a small group of people and engaging in this brain rot, become a better person. You'll be a happier and healthier, more joyful and productive person.
Wow, so well said. Save that video, share it with your friends, because there's so many lies that are being said about who Charlie Kirk was, his messages, and that he hated the Jews. No, the Jew haters want you to believe that. Listen to this, all right? I'll close with this. Ezekiel 28, verse 25, thus says the Lord God, when I have gathered the house of Israel from the peoples among whom they are scattered, and been hallowed in them in the sight of the Gentiles, then they will dwell in their own land, which I gave to my servant Jacob. That's the land of Israel, not Palestine, not the West Bank, the land of Israel, including Judea and Samaria. And they will dwell safely there, build houses and plant vineyards. Yes, they will dwell securely when I execute judgments on all those around them who despise them. Then they shall know that I am the Lord their God. God says, I will judge all those that despise Israel, despise the people of Jacob. Friends, I look at this, we have the Bible to keep us straight. Make sure you stay in the Word as we look at the news coming in every day, all right? God bless you guys. Listen, join me. I'm going to be in Texas. Join me for the live stream in Texas. You can still register for that. It's time that we need to link arms together, friends. Be well educated, strengthened in our faith. Join us for the live stream in Texas. Check it out at hopeforourtimes.com. God bless you guys. I'll also be bringing my prophecy update on Sunday night for you. But again, join us for the live stream and pray for a great conference in safety. God bless.